Hey Dad, they say failing to plan is planning to fail. What's our plan today?
I don't know, Cole.
Hey everybody, you're watching Cole the Cornstar. This morning Dad and I are gonna grab the backhoe and the skid loader. We need to load everything up on the trailer. So Dad is currently unhooking this hopper so that way we can use the red semi because we have a grave that we need to go dig. While we're doing that, Cooper is over working on the gray Freightliner. This is the red International, but he's putting a new wheel seal on. And when we get back, thought I was gonna knock that over for a second. Then we're gonna go combine some corn. Ah, yes, the official unhooking tool. Oh, perfect.
If we can make some lighter ramps for this. These are for a bulldozer.
I don't know, Dad, for the way you've been eating those Casey's pizzas and getting those Hardee's milkshakes.
I haven't had a milkshake for long. Just a tweak now.
No, it's your first day at work. You excited?
Oh yeah, hopefully we can break today.
Why are you wearing an extra small shirt?
It's the only thing I can find. I don't have any money.
I have to edit a video for a little while, so this is my friend Noah. He's coming out. He's gonna run grain cart for a while.
If you want to bring out a buddy, you just gotta advise him there's not a lot of room in here.
You got your throttle, you got your shifter. Number one is your slide gate. Shut her off, just turn your key and pull that out.
Cole gave me a camera too. I don't know why, so I might as well film something on it if he gave them to me. Sure would hate to leave them with no content. Duo getting it done. So this cart's kind of fun to run. This thing just kind of is like, yeah, we'll get unloaded when we want to get unloaded. No big deal. Here they come, and here they go. Oh, I spoke too soon. They're not moving quite that fast. That's a pretty sweet looking outfit right there. See, Cole handed me a camera. He didn't know he was getting a cameraman and an audio man at the same time. You know, if you need some sound effects, come to me. Basically a professional.
Editing always takes way longer than you think. It's just about 8:30 now. I feel like I've been in the office forever and I have no idea how to turn these little lights on. But the good news is, now I'm back and I'm going to be running semi. And I have tacos. As you can see, we got a little pile up right there. The pit holds 900 bushels when it's full. The semi can hold 1,000, 1,100, depending on how heavy you fill it. But once that runs down here in about 15 seconds, I'll be able to take off. This pit's gonna empty itself. All the motors will shut off when everything gets empty. That's really nice because it eliminates the need for us to have essentially another truck driver, because we don't have to sit here and babysit this. Holy smokes, we already have another load. Our biggest adjustment so far this harvest is getting used to this Class 9 combine, especially in corn, because with our old one, 2,500 bushel an hour was like the limit of what that baby was doing. And this one is rated for 6,000 an hour, so we're realistically probably about 5,000, 4,500. That's a lot of grain. In a 10-hour day, that'd be 45,000 bushels.
I like it. This is what I call service. Man, we usually get our fuel after midnight because it's a lot cheaper, but it takes a lot of garden hoses.
We're talking an inch of rain later this week, so we figured it'd probably be a good idea if we got some more rock in here. So we got the gravel truck. He's going to be spreading for a nice path over here, so that way we can pull our semis off. We can just turn right here and head off that way.
Another day, another field.
Ah, So we're over here at the North Farm today. This is the Champion field. Champion 58A21's over here. We got mile-long rows. We should get a really good chunk done over here today, as long as everything goes well. I'm excited to see how this farm does, because these ears are pretty stinking girthy. That doesn't quite look right. We got 2 new members of the crew today, Frank and Jody, and Jody's in the other grain cart. She's an inexperienced cart driver. This is Nave's first really full season N1, and I guess they must have got too close to each other and they bonked augers. Looks like it took that black piece and it twisted it, kind of banged that in a little bit, unplugged our light. Oh, hey, Frank.
Good morning. I thought maybe you wanted something at first when I come in.
No,
then
no.
I realized you was YouTubing.
Yeah. We're definitely going to be fixing this since this isn't our cart, but looks like that bracket got bent just a little bit. That cylinder looks okay. This one's the worst, but looks like it's pretty small stuff at least. The big one is we just want to make sure that red auger didn't get buggered up, because that could be a pretty expensive fix, but it looks like it's okay. Yeah, who needs a hydraulic press? Somehow that went back together, so we're at least good to go for now. We're gonna have to fix that before we bring it back, but it's gonna get us going today. In Cooper's head, he is tired of running the combine because he doesn't want to have to coach new grain cart drivers. So he's passing that on to me. And this is my first time ever driving a 12-row. Kind of exciting. Ever since I was a little kid, always talked about that. Hey man, I'd like to get a 12-row. I'd like to get a 12-row corn head. It was just like the 24-row planter. That was what we always talked about as kids. You wanted the 12-row. Now here we are. It's a historical moment, ladies and gentlemen. My first pass. Oh, it feels good. It feels good. Mentioned before, but the North Farm is really unique because it has mile-long rows, and as we can see on our monitor here, it's not very wide. It's a 1/4 mile wide, but it's an entire mile long. I had to cut off to the side 3 times in order to empty myself just to get one pass through. I like this on the monitor. I can see exactly where Nave is at, so I know she's on her way to me at 13 miles an hour. She's got about a ½ mile to go though. I got 1 row. My slip clutch is going off on this row, so either we just got a bunch of stuff plugged up in here or something's broken. Hopefully it's just plugged up. Don't sound very good. Well, if that isn't slick, I don't know what is. Not seeing anything that looks broken, so I hope I just got a bunch of wet grass wound up around here and it's kicking my slip clutch off. I'm gonna try wiggling it around from the cab a little more, see if I can get that stuff to break free. And hopefully she goes. Otherwise, I have no idea what's broken.
Deer keep coming right out in front of me, out of nowhere. Thanks for the warning, Cole.
I tell you what, we got 2 of these carts. I love them, but I really, really love this one. You're gonna fill that semi. Then we got that semi to fill. Then we got that semi back there to fill. Then we got this grain cart to fill. Then we got the combine to fill. There's 3 little monitor things that monitor like grain quality, grain loss in certain areas through the combine, and this one has been a little higher than I would like. Sometimes these can be a little finicky, the sensor can be funny or something. But I just want to double check, make sure I'm not going too fast, kicking some corn out the back. 58A21 in this field yielding between 240 and 250, so at 4.5, 5 miles an hour, that's a lot of grain coming through. This is why we get out and look. Look at all that corn. Look at that. Now this is where we actually have to be operators of the machinery and not just drive it, because like there, this thing was going nuts and I could have said, it's acting up. There's no way. This combine's rated for 6,000 bushels an hour and I'm only doing 4,000 an hour. I shouldn't have any problems, but I think I was just walking it right out of the back of the combine. I was going too fast. There's a lot of trash in this corn. There's a lot of leaves still on it, so I mean, all that gets caught up in the back of the combine when it gets separated out. I mean, it could be one of those things. I'll just slow her down to, we'll
try 4 mile an hour here for a while, see how that looks. That's what I got everything set at right now. If I'm doing something wrong, I'd like to know. Seems like we should be able to combine faster than what we are. Jody, you do that every time to me. You speed up. Hey, slow down. It still seems like we're just not at the capacity that we should be at. I just did what's called a kill stop, so while I was running live, I had a full load going through the combine. I shut these 2 switches off, which shut the entire machine off, so that way I could see what the grain's looking like on the separator table. I didn't know if it was maybe on one side, or if something was built up in an area. And why does nobody talk until I turn my camera on? Because it just seems like we're not operating at the capacity that we should be. I mean, granted, it is yielding nicely, but I'm not doing anything crazy. I mean, I guess I don't see a point of having a combine this big if I can only do 1,000 more bushels an hour than what our small one was doing. Okay, we get it. I'm full. Come on. There we go. Come on. No, no, don't stop right there. Oh my goodness. I've spilled like 100 bushels in this field. Okay, I've been running for a few hours now. I've been getting a feel for the machine. It's completely different than our other one, but I've been learning some stuff. I did end up figuring out what was going on while we were getting some loss over the sieves. Turns out I had my rotor speed too high, and I had the opening around the rotor, the concaves, too wide. Speaking of that, I probably have them a little too narrow right now. And every so often, especially when I was going downhill, this corn has a lot of trash on it, but that trash would build up right between my rows, and then I'd get a whole bunch of corn stalks piled up on it, and then that would plug one of my rows. I ended up calling a neighbor that lives a few miles away. He had a 9230, then he had a 9240, now he has a 9250. But he talked to me through some stuff for about 10 minutes, helped me figure out a few things, and kind of learned what some of the stuff does. He mentioned if we have a lot of trash, I should probably widen my deck plates up a little bit. So I spaced these out. I got them about halfway open. So far that actually seems to be helping, but I'm gonna look behind just to make sure I'm not getting any extra butt shelling by doing that. Because if I am, it's kind of pointless. Yep, and it looks like I'm getting a lot. That's a lot. Okay, looks like I'm back to fighting the trash. And I also did end up cranking the sieves all the way open, turned the fan speed all the way up. I seem to be getting a clean sample from doing it, so we're going with it. 58A21 seems to be yielding pretty good over here. Basically, there's a split right in the middle of the field. This side was a Brevant number, and then this side was the champion, 58A21. So the Brevant averaged 223.3, and we haven't got all the champion done yet, but so far we're at 227.7. 4 hours of sleep in the last 48 hours isn't really the most fun thing, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. So it's 12:53 in the morning right now. We got 111 acres done today. Really pretty solid day for the time we actually got started with everything. They're talking rain 2 days from now, so tomorrow we're really gonna be boogieing. Hopefully we can get a lot done, but that's all I got for today, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the morning.